Hey, chicken ballers. For week 6. I went 5-8 last week. It's pretty awesome, not gonna lie. This week I'm trying to improve on that. I'm trying to hopefully get my picks right. Tonight's a game against Denver and San Diego. Denver. I'm taking Denver. San Diego is not, I don't know. San Diego is good and they've competed with all these teams, but they still haven't. They can't finish games. It's going to probably be the same like tonight, as in tonight. Buffalo versus San Francisco. That's going to be an interesting game. Kaepernick is playing this week. I don't know necessarily if Kaepernick can win, but out of both quarterbacks, I'm going to take Buffalo this week. I just think San Francisco's defense isn't what it used to be. And if they do win, it'd be a shootout. Jacksonville versus Chicago. Both shit teams. You know I love Chicago. I've always loved Chicago. I think this should be the end. I'm hoping Brian Hoyer doesn't start this week because Brian Hoyer is awful. Yeah, everybody could say all his stats and everything, but Jay Cutler gives the Bears the best chance to win. That's why they paid him all this money. That's why. They have a winning record. Yeah, it's fucking barely winning, but they have a winning record with Jay Cutler in there. They have a losing record with everybody else. Yes, he's thrown 1,000 yards in the last 3 games. He's also faced two of the worst pass defenses in the league. And only put up 17 against Dallas and 14 or 16 points against fucking Indianapolis. That's a joke. 26. No, they lost that game 16-0. Oh no, they put up 23 points against fucking Indianapolis, which is a joke. I'm gonna give the edge to Jacksonville. I know I'm a diehard Bears fan, but if Brian Hoyer's playing, Jacksonville's winning the game. If Jay Cutler can play, I'd pick the Bears. LA versus Detroit. I'm going to take Los Angeles because their defense is fierce. Their defense is good. Case Keenum last week got off kilter, but I think he'll be back on this week. Pittsburgh's going to beat Miami. New England will beat Cincinnati. New Orleans will beat Carolina. I think the Giants will beat Baltimore. This week, I'm going to take Cleveland over Tennessee. I'm just hoping for Cleveland to get his first one. They do have good talent. They do just... It's hard when you lose your starting quarterback. It's hard when your best player is your receiver. People are going to think it's crazy, but my fantasy league, I took Terrell Pryor in like the 4th or 5th round. I'm going to take Philly over Washington. I'll take Kansas City over Oakland. I'm taking Dallas over Green Bay. Because I despise Richard Sherman, I'm going to take Atlanta over Seattle. Richard Sherman is a good corner for their system. But still, he gave up almost 100 yards to Brandon Marshall and a touchdown. He's not the elite corner everybody thinks he is. Because if you see it, as soon as he had to cover more grounds, he got beat all the time. And the reason he had 2 interceptions against the fucking Jets was due to because Ryan Fitzpatrick had horrible thrown balls. Brandon Marshall beat Richard Sherman, except he underthrew the ball, which caused Richard Sherman to win the battle because it was a poorly thrown ball by the quarterback. I'm going to take Indianapolis because Houston eats donkey dick. Brock Osweiler, $70 million quarterback, and that was a joke. And that's the whole reason Denver didn't want to pay him $70 million because he's not worth that much money. He got shut out in week 4 by, who was it again? New England? Yeah. Got shut out against New England, and then, or no, that was Buffalo. No, it was. And then they lost again this week. To who the hell did they lose to? No, Minnesota. I don't think they're gonna win. Andrew Luck. I'll take Andrew Luck in this case because Andrew Luck is worth the money he's getting paid. The Jets versus the fucking Arizona Cardinals. That's a joke. I want to say I'm going to take Arizona because I don't fully trust Fitzpatrick against that defense. And I want to know you guys' opinion on this whole Tony Romo situation because I totally disagree with it. Well, those are my picks, but I want your opinion on the Tony Romo situation. I totally disagree. Dak Prescott is playing great right now. He doesn't turn the ball over. He's smart. He got behind. You know what showed me that he was not. He's not a scared. Is when you go down 2-0, or when you go down 2 scores. So he went down 14-0, and you decide to come back, and you play. You play. And he played the game, and he beat him. He beat who he played last week. He beat last week. I think he has what it takes to be a good quarterback at this level. And he understands the system. He understands that the guys who are going to catch the ball. Tony Romo, everybody wants to say, oh, he's so good. Tony Romo eats dick. He can't stay healthy. And then when he faces a good defense, guess what happens? He throws 5 interceptions against fucking Carolina. He makes too many mistakes, and his defense isn't as good as it was when he was first there. And you know what I hate? What I saw today? There was this post about like, oh, Tony Romo is an elite quarterback. There's nothing elite by Tony Romo. And the best part is that Tony Romo, what would make him elite? 2-6 in the playoffs don't make you elite. Throwing more interceptions and touchdowns doesn't make you elite. The year they went to the playoffs and they won the playoff game, it's because DeMarco Murray was on your team. DeMarco Murray led the league in rushing. They also ran the ball more than they passed the ball. You know what happens when that happens? You limit Tony Romo's mistakes. Because Tony Romo was never going to be that guy to throw you the ball. And the year before, when they went 8-8, they went 8-8 due to the fact that Tony Romo had to throw the ball 65% of the time. They went 8-8. And then when they took the ball out of Tony Romo's hands all the time and they ran the ball, they were successful. They went 12-4 or 13-3, something like that. I believe this is Dak Prescott's job. And if you guys don't believe it, I want to know why, because I don't think Tony Romo is an elite quarterback. Elite quarterbacks, in my opinion, are guys like Brady, Rodgers, Roethlisberger, or I said Brady, right? Who else? Brady, Rodgers, Roethlisberger. Who else? I can't. There's other. Drew Brees. You know what all those guys have in common? They have Super Bowl titles. They at least have one. At least one. I'd put Eli in the group just because he does have Super Bowl titles. And he did make plays when his team needed him to in the playoffs. Especially, he beat the... It's hard to not consider him an elite quarterback due to the fact that he beat one of the best teams in history. 18-1. They went 18-1 that season. Their only loss was to the Giants in the Super Bowl. it's hard to argue that Eli is not an elite quarterback. Yeah, he might have a lot of interceptions, but whatever. He has 2 Super Bowl wins and 2 appearances. It's just crazy that people are put Tony Romo on this elite factor, and he hasn't deserved it at all. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.